Alright, everybody, we just got the next EX revealed, the teaser here. Now, just straight up looking at it, we got pink and purple. So, obviously that could go through a few characters. I have all characters up top here that I think it could possibly be, which we will go over. Also, I got a new mic. Do you guys like the new sound, or you like the old one? I personally like the old one, but I guess it doesn't really matter what I like since I'm not watching. But, yeah, we have the teaser right here on March 4th. They will reveal the next EX, and I've been telling people there's going to be a third EX. It was just a matter of when. I thought maybe end of March, but we're getting a lot sooner than I thought. But yes, there's always a third EX. There will always be a third EX. They'll never go. So first, let's look at what people are saying. Alright, Mihawk, Nusjuro, Buggy, Bonnie, Nusjuro. Where are people getting cross-skilled from is my question. Nusjuro, of course, Nusjuro has pink on him. He has purple. Bonnie, she has pink hair. She has the purple little tie around her. Where are people getting cross-skilled from? So let's go over cross-skilled first. We got red Buggy, purple Crocodile, and yellow and black Mihawk. So we got purple. That could be Crocodile, but none of them have pink on them. Like I said, Mihawk has yellow and black. And then Crocodile has purple, and then Buggy has red on him. And then, of course, blue hair. And, yeah. I don't really see, like I said, where cross-skill's coming from people. Like, just not even under this post. I've been seeing people already say it's cross-skilled, but, like, where are you guys seeing cross-skilled? Am I blind or something? Maybe I'm missing something, but in my opinion, I do not see cross-skilled at all in this. Now, next option is Nusjuro. Now, obviously, the purple makes sense for Nusjuro, just like Saturn, but then Nusjuro has pink also. Can I see the... Let me do something quick. Here we go. As you can see, he has the pink on his hair, on his horse form. He has the pink here. And also, it doesn't show it in that picture, but he does have also a pink tail on top of that. Now, obviously, I would like to be Nusjuro, but I do not think it is him. I think maybe it's a 30% chance it's him. But the true, like, character I think it probably is, of course, Bonnie. So, we got the pink, her hair. We got the purple, you have this little thing around her. So, pink and purple makes sense for her. And, you know, say it's a dual unit with Luffy, like this. Or maybe like a Ballman Sanji unit, where she can summon Luffy for a second. You know, Luffy's purple, her pink hair. You know, it would make sense again. Now, before we go more in-depth from, Bonnie, I want to show you this. Look it. This is Saturn's reveal. It's the exact same colors. Let me pull them up side by side so it's easier. Look it. That is literally the same colors as Saturn. Literally exactly the same. Now, for Saturn though, I don't get where's the pink coming from. Obviously, when Saturn got teased, the purple makes sense, but where's the pink coming from Saturn? I mean, he's got, like, this lighter purple on him, but I wouldn't call that pink. I mean, I guess this is kind of pinkish. Does he even look like that, though? I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess he has the pink here. Okay, never mind. I guess that does make sense. He does have the pink. I thought it was just his purple legs, but I guess he does have some pink on him. The shading is kind of weird here, though. But on here, you can see it more clearly right here with the shading, you know. It's exact like pink on there. And then, oh yeah, his swirls here. It doesn't really show that good on here, but, you know, it's purple here, but it is pink on that, so. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Literally exact same color scheme as Nusjuro, or, Saturn. So, it's not impossible for it to be Nusjuro. Because, like, look at purple with, like, lighter dots, purple with lighter dots, pink text. You know, I mean, is it a coincidence? Maybe. It still does match Bonnie's color theme, so, like I said, it could still be Bonnie. Like I said, though, again, I am still more leaning towards Bonnie than, Nusjuro. You know, of course, Nusjuro my goat, but, I don't know. It may be like 40% chance it's Nusjuro, 60% it's Bonnie. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. Now, other characters. So we got Nusjuro, we got Bonnie, Boa. Now, I know people are going to bring up, she hasn't shown enough, whatever, but, you know, Shanks, I'll always bring him up. Boa is a very popular character, and, you know, if Shanks did get an EX from nothing because he was popular, Boa's also popular, so it's possible. And her clone has an EX, so, you know. Now, the color scheme matches. Pink, purple. You got pink, purple, pink, purple. Obviously, she fought Blackbeard. That would fit whatever the theme is. So, boom. There's two things that it could be Boa already. Now, I don't think it's Boa, but it, like I said, it's a possibility because her colors do match. But yeah. So, right now, like I said, I'm more leaning towards Bonnie. Bonnie, I think, makes the most sense. Pink and purple. Of course, like I said, pretty much all three of these characters have that pink and purple theme, but this EX should be Defender. I'm 99% sure of it. Base Defender, she could be, or he could be, you know, Defender into something else, but he's probably going to be Base Defender minimum. Now, if it's Bonnie, it makes a lot of sense because she'll probably be like Gear 5v1, where she's Base Defender into the other classes. Now, I think that is the most likely thing that would happen. Now, the question is, what, if it is Bonnie, what color would she be? I was more leaning towards light element, but now, like, I thought she was going to come next anniversary. I don't think she's going to be light element anymore, because normally, you know, they do a light anniversary and a dark together, which was, you know, Roger Whitebeard. Then they moved to light Shanks, and then they moved into Dark Garp, and then they moved into Saturn. So they go, basically, actually no, they did Luffy. Okay, yeah, Luffy, Saturn. So basically it went light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. Basically, it's just a theme they do. So, which means next anniversary, so we already got Dark Blackbeard this anniversary. Well, he's dark and light, technically, so maybe that could mess things up a bit. I didn't really think of that. Yeah, he is light and dark, so maybe that did mess up things a bit. So, you know, I guess it's not possible she's light. But I'm thinking light or blue element. I think one or the other will be the option. So, light or dark. No, not dark. Light or blue. I don't know why I said dark. Not dark. Light or blue. And, you know, I could see blue Boa. That would make sense. I could see blue Nusjuro. That would also make sense. And, you know, blue Bonnie or, light Bonnie would make sense also. I mean, I could also see Nusjuro being light element too. I wouldn't be opposed to light Nusjuro. But, like, the one thing with Nusjuro, like I said, is I can't see him being Defender. Like, he's one of the fastest characters in the game. True, Kizaru wasn't Defender or Runner, even though he was the fastest character in the game. But he did have a Runner already, to be fair, so that's probably why, because he already had a Runner. And, you know, Attacker doesn't, you know, completely not make sense for Kizaru. It makes sense still. But, like, Defender Nusjuro, I mean, to be fair, it would, and now that I think about it a little more, it wouldn't be the worst thing. He would probably be a teleporting Defender that would just teleport from flag to flag to flag. Because, you know, how fast he was. He was literally teleporting around Egghead. So maybe he has just an attack, like, you know, Blue Kaido or Kuzan, where he just sends slashes. Like, he just slashes every single treasure that you own. Imagine if he slashed even the enemy's treasures. Now, I do not want him to have that. I just want to clarify, I do not want him to have that. But imagine, as a defender, slashing even the enemy's treasures. I mean, it would make sense. Like I said again, I do not want that. But it would technically make sense because, I mean, he's just shifting around the whole island, the whole map, just slicing everywhere. But yeah, Nusjuro, that is. Bonnie, like I said, it's either going to be a type of thing where it's like Ballman Sanji. I don't think she's going to be a dual unit. It's either going to be solo Bonnie, or it's going to be Bonnie like Ballman Sanji, where she only summons Luffy as a skill. Or like does a dual attack, like Marco Ace, you know, stuff like that. I think those are the only options for Bonnie. I don't think she's going to be a dual unit with Luffy. Nusjuro Boa, like I said, pink and purple makes sense. Like I said, cross-skilled, I don't know where people are getting cross-skilled from. Because, you know, yellow. I mean, maybe if it was OG Mihawk like this, I could see. I mean, I guess he still has his hat, but, like, I mean, it's a way lighter pink. This is more dark pink. That's light pink. And then, like I said, I don't see Buggy there either. Because Buggy is like, if it was blue, yeah. If it was blue, it would make sense. Even if it was red, it would make sense. But purple does not make sense for Buggy. But yeah, that is about everything. Those are the options. So Bonnie, Nusjuro, and then Boa, I think, are the most likely. Now, I, of course, would love cross-skilled, but I just don't see where people are getting the color scheme of him. Like I said, it could be this, like, darkish red. I mean, I wouldn't call that pink. Like, this little flower on him I'd call pink, but, like, because it's a little brighter. But, like, the other thing I think is just a red. Maybe, like, a reddish pink, but this is, like, a bright pink, hot pink. So, I do not think it is Mihawk and whatever cross-skilled. But yeah, let me know who you think it is, but I'd say 40% chance it's Nusjuro, 40 or 60% Bonnie.